everyone. I welcome you all for today's session. My name is Shalini Harsha Horo, and I have done my master's from Allahabad Agricultural University and my BSc from St. Xavier's Ranchi. Currently, I am working at Semina Agro at the post of project executive. Before I start my session, I would like to tell you about our company. We are an agro-based company. We work on various market-driven programs such as moringa, papaya, aromatic, and mushroom cultivation. Side by side, we work on nutrition aspect such as kitchen garden program, terrace garden programs, school garden programs, as well as we also help to establish tool banks to ensure each and farmer have access to the modern tools to work with. And we also provide digital monitoring, which has been developed indigenously by the experience of our field. The experience we have is up to 10 to 12 years. And currently we are working with 12 states. So coming now to our topic today, scientific approach of papaya cultivation for ensuring livelihood security. As we see today, the horticultural crops in agriculture are more beneficial. They take up less input and give out more revenue to us. So we usually, when we go for plants like mango, lychee, it takes up to 4 to 5 years to give a return to us. So we went for the short-term crops like papaya and banana. And for banana, we also found out that we need a heavy water requirement, which is not possible for all the areas because there are many dry zones in our country. So we opted for papaya, which is which is a very high nutritive, economical, and important medicinal plant. So coming to the papaya, we see that it has been originated from tropical America. It seems like the papaya is, when we see the papaya in our backyard, we think that it is our own, but no, it has traveled far from this America side. It was first introduced to us by the Spanish people in the 16th century in the Asia region. From there, it came to India. Now it has become a very popular fruit, and it has molded itself in our cuisine, and we can eat it dry, plus we can make the vegetables also. So we can see it is a very popular fruit due to its fast growth, high yield, long fruiting period, and high nutrition value. In addition, it is also used as a vegetable, food processing, and papain production at immature stage. Like we can see the papaya can be used in medicine, cosmetic, or as a sweet. Like I said, it has molded itself into a cuisine, like it has been here for many ages. And it is a highly profitable crop. So with the less input, we can have more revenue. Then we come to the soil and climate. As we can see, the soil we need is a well-drained soil of uniform texture are highly preferable. So the soil we need should be well-tilled, and it should be well aerated. So there is more circulation of air for the root growth. The sandy loam soil with adequate organic matter is most important. When we plant papaya, it is a very It is a nutrient feeder. It needs more nutrition. So when we ensure that the soil we have should be adequate or rich in organic carbon so that it grows well. A well-drained upland is selected for cultivation. By well-drained, we mean the land we select should not have the waterlogging problem. Even when it rains or heavy rains, the water flow should be so well that the land does not get waterlogged. Because waterlogging can induce diseases, various types of diseases. The suitable pH is between 6 and 6.5. Papaya is a very sensitive crop. That's why it neither tolerates very acidic soil nor very alkaline. So we have to check that it is between 6 to 6.5 for its growth. And then we come to the climate. It is a tropical fruit and grows well in regions where summer temperatures ranges from 16 degree to 40 degrees centigrade. That means our papaya loves warm, sunny, humid climate. This temperature range 16 degree to 40 degree is throughout our country. So we can see the papaya plant in various regions of our country. Then we tolerate frost and comes up to an elevation of 1200 meters above mean sea level. That means when the temperature goes below 16 degrees centigrade, it will affect its growth, maturity, and the fruiting because of the low temperatures. And if the temperature goes beyond 40 degree, it might induce sterility in the flower, which again will affect its productivity. As we know that papaya is propagated from seeds, so we cannot just directly sow by throwing it in the field. We have to make a nursery for it. So there are three methods of nursery. There is polythene bag, pro tray, jiffy, or cocoa coin, we can say. So there are many traditional methods also, but when we go for the commercial ones, we use these types of nursery methods. Before nursery, we always ensure that we do the seed treatment. If you ask why seed treatment, why seed treatment is necessary for cultivation, we can say that seed treatment is like an insurance to save the seeds from disease or the soil-borne pest, which may harm your soil. So first, we take a ball of water. Then we add 2.5 grams of gibberellic acid. Gibberellic acid is a growth hormone. It breaks dormancy, plus it breaks dormancy of the seed. If you don't have gibberellic acid, you can always use the moringa's leaf extract, or either you can use plain water. The seeds are then soaked from 16 to 48 hours in that water. In the morning, drain the water from the bowl and wash the seed 2 to 3 times with clean water. We always wash the seed 2 to 3 times because there is a sticky layer outside the papaya seed. So we have to wash it off. That's why we wash it 2 to 3 times with clean water. Treat the seeds with trichoderma and leave the treated seeds to dry either on a newspaper or a cotton cloth. We always coat the seed coating with trichoderma is done according to the grams of seeds we are taking. Like if we take 10 grams, we only take 1 gram of trichoderma. If there is no trichoderma available, you can always go for other fungicides like SAF or which one is readily available to you in your market. Then we come to the method one, plastic bag nursery sowing. We can take of different sizes of plastic bag, that is 4 into 6 or 4 into 8 poly bag is used for raising seedlings. Either like you can see here, the poly bag can be of white or black in color. Then we have to fill the poly bag with a mixture of coco peat, fermented compost, sandy loam, virgin soil, and sand at the ratio of 2 is to 2 is to 2. That is, if we take 2 kilo of coco peat, we have to take 2 kilo of compost and 1 kilo of soil. If we don't have the coco peat, we can always substitute it with a sawdust or rice husk or wheat husk. Then we sow one seed in each bag and cover it with well fermented compost, then water it carefully. Cover the bags with a plastic film or thatch such as straw, sheets, or jute bags to keep it warm and wet till emergence. We cover the bags, especially in the winters, to maintain the temperature because in winters the temperature drops down. So the ideal temperature for germination is, if the ideal temperature of germination is not maintained, the seed might not germinate. So that's why we always prefer to cover it with a plastic film. Then we come to the second method, the seedling tray nursery sowing. This, the use of plastic seedling tray is the new way of seedling culture to obtain the healthy seedling. It makes it easier for transportation and transplanting because we get a lot of cavities in a single tray. We can always by easily we can just pick it up and transport and transplant it. The tray size may be of 72 to 82 or 60 cavities at a diameter of 4.5 centimeter. This 4.5 centimeter cavity ensures the root development is very well. We always, during nursery, we always focus on the root development because if the root is not properly developed, the plant will, the plant won't be able to, the plant won't be able, I'm not getting the word, just give me a minute. The plant the stress, the physical stress from outside will be very difficult for the plant. So similarly, like in poly bags, we also make the mixture of 2 is to 2 is to 1 ratio, then fill the cavity with the media, then we make a hole, then we put one seed in each hole, then we cover it in the layer of media, and then we water it. Then we come to the Jiffy method. Jiffy is the recent one. It was developed by German technology. In this, we can see there is a fine fine net, like netting is outside with high quality substrate filled in it. Then it is compressed in a form of handy pellet. This it is as big as a silver coin we buy from the shops. For this, when we plant in this, before that we have to just dip the Jiffy pellet in water for few movements. Then this pellet will grow up to 7 times its size. Like it can go up to this big, the Jiffy. Then we put these Jiffy pellets inside the pro tray. The pro tray must have 60 to 74 cavities and the same of 4.5 centimeter diameter. Put the one cocoa disc in the tray holes, sow one seed inch holes and cover the layer of media after planting the seeds. We we don't readily give the water after planting because we have already dipped the jiffy for the growth, so it retains the moisture. We can wait just a day or two. After that, we can uh, water the jiffy pellets alternate days. Then we come to the nursery management. Usually people say nursery management is easy, but when we did this, we found it tricky because there should be a balance in this. If there is no balance, then the nursery seedlings are very susceptible to various kind of diseases which might hamper them, especially in winters. For the germination, like I said earlier, cover the plastic bag or nursery tray with a thick plastic sheet to maintain the temperature. Like for the germination, the ideal temperature is very necessary. If it is too cold, it will inhibit the germination of the seed. So to maintain it, we always cover it with a plastic bag. Once the germination happens, you can remove it. Then maintain the moisture. When there is for the moisture, when there is more moisture in the soil, there is a problem of damping of seedlings. So to ensure that it does not happen, we must always check that if our media is too dry or too wet. Like we can simply poke with our fingers, and if the media sticks to our hands, that means there is enough moisture. And if it does not stick, it means it needs more water. That way we can always maintain the moisture. Then after 7 days after germination, spray biofungicide and NPK. Do this at the interval of every 7 days. So the plant protection happens right within the nursery. After the germination, we always ensure that we spray biofungicide like Neemastra, Brahmastra, which we can make with our readily available materials, and we can spray it every 7 days. Like if we did it this Monday, then again we'll do it next Monday, like that. And plus NPK we have to give. So for this quantity should be like for biofungicide 2 ml per liter of water, and NPK we have to take 5 grams in 15 liter of water for the whole nursery. Because over fertilization is also not good for the plant. So on completion of 45 days, the saplings are ready for transplantation. Plus, it also depends on the variety which you are using. Then we come to the land preparation. Which type of land, how our land preparation should be done before the transplanting. So deep plow of field during summer to control nematode population and weeds. Deep plowing helps to remove the nematodes and weed. As we know, soil soilization, when we deploy, the soil upturns, the inside soils come up. So when the soil solarization is done, the bad bacteria or the vectors or seed-borne diseases are killed due to heat of the sun. Timely sowing should be done. Different regions of the country have different types of sowing, but we talking about Jharkhand specifically, we always recommend that take the time from January to mid of April. It is the ideal time of sowing. Then field sanitization and roguing. The field should be properly cleaned of the previous crop or dust or any kind of vector carrying plants. Then apply manure and fertilizer as per the soil test recommendation. As we know that the papaya is a nutrition feeder, so we always ensure that we give enough manure and fertilizer. Then the transplanting stage. How will we know that your seedling has grown and it's now time to transplant it to the field? So let's see. When the seedling is 10 to 15 centimeter tall, it should be transplanted, but 30 to 40 centimeter is also all right if it's grown in a larger container. When the seedling attains the height of 10 to 15, it is ready. The root is well developed. There is the number of leaves you will see here. You can count it here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once it comes out, you can easily take it to the field and transplant it. The plant are transplanted in the month of Feb to mid-April. Why we take these months? Because we can see the temperature is very ideal. It is neither too hot nor too cold, neither the frost can hamper your seedlings. The sapling should be sowed at the depth of 10 to 15 centimeter. Like you can take this measurement, one hand, 10 to 15 centimeter for it to be sowed. 15 days after sowing, we spray blue copper, that is 3 grams per liter. Blue copper is a good fungicide. Plus, it also helps in a root development. Like we said, the plant protection is very necessary. So we always ensure that we have we do enough for the plant for it to grow well. Then transplanting, that is pit digging. How, like, which side of our pit should be digged for our plant to grow well. Papaya seedlings are planted in a pit of 45 into 45 into 45 centimeter. That is 1.5 feet ka we say lambai, chaudai, gehrai. Length, breadth, and depth should be digged out. The pits are dug in summer about fortnight before planting. The pits are always dug like fortnight is 14 days before the transplanting. The pits are filled with topsoil along with 5 to 10 kilo of farmyard manure, 250 grams of neem cake, 250 grams of bone meal, and 5 grams of gypsum. These fertilizers which we take, like farmyard is a good source of organic carbon. Neem cake again, it's good source of nitrogen, plus it is antifungal, antibacterial. This kind of medicinal properties are there for neem cake. And for bone meal, it is rich in calcium. And gypsum, if we take, it is very good for again root development. Then drill the planting hole about 45 centimeter in depth and 40 diameter and 45 centimeter in depth. The soil in the hole is mixed with compost for planting. Then transplant the seedling. Seedling should be fully watered 1 day before transplanting. Plus, we also ensure that our field has enough moisture to support our plant. Then the space, we come to the spacing. A 45 to 60 centimeter high bed is required if the soil is not well drained. If your soil is not well drained, like we said, the water logging is a big problem. So there should be a good layout, like outlet should be made for the flow of water. And normally the distance between row is about 6 to 8 feet between plants. Like plant to plant distance is 6 feet and row to row distance is 8 feet. And the total number of plants for each acre is about 950 to 1000. Then again we come to the flowering. As we know that there are male flowers and female flowers both coming in our OP variety. So usually in OP variety there is a chance of getting 33 to 50% of male flowers. So when there are more male flowers, the productivity becomes less. The easy way to identify the male flowers is we can see here you can see the yellow part, the stamens. These are longer. And when we come to see the female flowers in any variety, we can see the flower is shorter, more compact, and has 5 petals. And in hybrid variety, we can usually see the hermaphrodites. It contains both male and female flower. Then we come to the fertilizer application. Apply manures and fertilizers as per soil test recommendation. We always stress too much on soil test. Have a soil testing before planting the crop, because the soil test will tell you what your land need the most. Like if it is less in uh, nitrogen, then you can give more urea. If it is less in carbon, you can give it more bone meal, like that. Then the plant needs to the plant need continuous fertilization as fruiting is continuous upon maturity. As I said in the beginning that the papaya plant is nutrition feeder, so it needs continuous fertilization till its fruiting. To get a good harvest, apply 200 grams of urea, 250 grams of DAP, and 500 kgs of MOP per plant every year. This this is this fertilization, we always break it in 2 to 3 parts and we apply it throughout the year. Up, and when we go to the organic, we apply 20 to 25 kg of cow dung, 1 kg of bone meal, and 1 kg of neem cake per plant every year. That too, we have to we don't apply it all at once. We give it continuously. Like we break this into 3 to 5 parts. Like cow dung can be broken in 5 kilos. Like 1 kg bone meal can be broken as 200 grams. Like that, we have to give it 5 times throughout the life of the plant. This apply this dosage to fertilizers every 3 months. That March to April, if we give it in March, then again we can give it in July, then we can give it in October, like that. Then we come to this, we should apply DAP and MOP not more than twice, because they take a lot of time to decompose, So we should only apply it twice. The optimum time to apply DAP and MOP is 30 days after transplanting and in month of July and August. We can always give it 30 days after transplanting. Then again, the second time we can apply it in July and August. Always give fertilizers at the distance of 30 centimeter from plant and mix it well in its surrounding soil. Like always, we have to ensure that we give the fertilizer 1 feet away so that it does not hamper our root or burn our root. Water the plant after fertilizing. Water, when we water the plant, it helps in better absorption of the nutrition. Then there is interculture operations. Interculture operations is weeding and rogging. So the weed should be removed at the young stage on regular basis, especially around the plants. So the weed is a big problem in the papaya because in it promotes the disease vectors. Use weed-free seedlings for planting. Ensure that the seedlings you use does not have weed seeds with them. Remove the existing weed manually in and around the pits at the time of planting. Mulching with organic materials around the pits. Organic materials like dry leaves, husk, sawdust, or the hay we get. So these, when we mulch with organic materials, in a long run, it will decompose there, providing our plant with natural organic carbon. So it is organic mulching is very beneficial rather than the plastic one. To suppress the weeds between row, intercropping of leguminous crop after non-leguminous ones. Shallow rooted crops after deep rooted ones are beneficial. Like intercropping or crop rotation is very good. You can also have an extra income source from this intercropping method. But ensure that you don't plant Solanaceae family crops like brinjal, tomato, or chili, because these plants are more susceptible to the pest and it might hamper your papaya crop. No intercropping are taken after the onset of flowering stage. For irrigation, for this plant, a good irrigation management is very necessary because if you give it extra water, it is harmful for the plant. And if you give it less water, it might it might again hamper your plant. Normally, irrigate every 10 days in winter. For winter, we do not need much water because there is moisture in the air. So we have to give it every 10 days. Plus, it is cold, so the frosting might happen, which again will damage your crop. On every week in summer, but practice varies according to the soil, climate, condition, and irrigation method. So again, I'll stress on this. According to the climate of your area, how dry or how humid it is, you have to plan out your irrigation. Irrigation is not required during monsoon. Like waterlogging is a big problem, so ensure that there is a free flow. Always prepare your land not in this plain method, make it in a slanting way so there is a good drainage. Ensure the land does not get waterlogged. Then we come to the harvest. In general, papaya takes 3 to 4 months to flower and another 5 months for harvesting. But it may vary according to the climatic condition and management. Fruits are harvested when there are full size light green in color with a tinge of yellow at the apical end. On ripening, fruits of certain varieties turn yellow while some of them remain green. So we can always say that it depends on the variety you are using. And we must always ensure that uh, when there is a tinge of yellow in the fruit, like here you can see there is a tinge of yellow. At that time, we have to pluck it from the plant, and we can always wrap it up in a newspaper for a safe storage. Then the harvest. Per plant, we can get up to 40 to 50 kgs. And the production, we can say for the 1,000 plants, we can get up to 40 tons per acre. For the revenue which we can get, we might say if we invest from 70 to 1,20,000 in a thumb rule we are taking. So we can when we go for the commercial one, we always sell in a wholesale rate. Like if we spend 1,20,000 and sold our papayas from 8 rupees per piece, then we get a revenue of 32 3,20,000. From that we can minus sorry 3,60,000. From there we can minus the 1,20,000 and we can get up to 2,40,000 ka profit. Now we come to the disease of papaya and control. Like we said, the papaya is a very sensitive crop, so it gets attacked by various kinds of disease and pest very easily. So here comes the first one, the ring spot virus. Characteristic ring spot on papaya fruit caused by papaya ring spot virus. Like here you can see the dot 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 ring kind of thing. Here it is an example of ring spot virus. And this is mosaic. Mosaic means of a different colors, like you can see green, there is light green, again there is yellow, again there is a color difference in the leaf. Mosaic symptoms on papaya foliage caused by papaya ring spot virus. Then there is oily streaks pattern on the papaya stem caused by papaya ring spot virus. And here you can see the shoestring symptoms on papaya foliage caused by the papaya ring spot virus. So for this disease, especially prevention is better than cure. So always alternate your fungicide and give it in a gap of 15 to 28 days. Then we come to anthrosis. This is like a fruit wound. We can see a liaison with pinkish orange spore mass. Here you can see. For this also we have to spray a protective fungicide at 14 to 28 days interval during rainy season. This disease comes especially during the rainy seasons. So for the post harvest, you can always dip it in a hot water after plucking it out from the tree. Then there is Cercospora black spot. Here you can see. These spots occur on fruits and leaves. The fruits are susceptible from 5 to 6 weeks of age, and the control protective fungicide spray at 14 to 20 days of interval. Then there is Alternaria fruit spot on papaya. You can see here the black mass. The fungus infects drying leaves, petioles, and fruit surface. Disease comes during dry environment. So here the disease does not require water or rainy season. It might attack in the dry environment also. Spray some chlorothion, and mancozeb, and post-harvest dip, and post-harvest methods, we have to dip the fruit in hot water for 20 minutes at 48 degrees centigrade, similar to anthracis. Then there is a common problem of root nematodes. Nematodes usually come due to the high moisture content in soil. For that, simply you can do is upturn the soil so that nematodes can be easily killed by the heat of the sun.
Shalini,
Yeah.
we have completed 40 minutes. If you can quickly finish it, I'll take up the
Okay, this is
questions.
the last one. I'll
Yeah.
conclude it.
Yeah.
So then we can see the boron deficiency in plants. There are little bumps here you can see. So this is due to the boron deficiency. Easily you can spray 0.25% of boron on the foliage. And this is our variety. We work with we have worked with various kinds of papaya variety, but we like our variety that is Red Glow or Red Glory. It has both the name. It is of dwarf variety. It grows up to 6 to 7 feet, and each plant, being a hybrid, only hermaphrodite flowers come. So each plant bears fruit. The shape is good for the market, round. The average weight is 1 to 1.5 kilos. Easily can be sold, and the fruiting starts around 8 months, and due to its tough skin, it is easier for transportation, and it is disease tolerant and gives a production of 40 to 50 kilograms per plant. And here are some photos, and this is the cultivation method, and this is one of our farmer from Guntur. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shalini, for a detailed and informative presentation. Now I'll take up the questions from the participants. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. The first question is, which regions in India have the largest papaya farms?
We can say the southern sides are very producing very good papaya.
Okay. The next one is, what is the life of the plants after planting?
The life is from 1.5 years to 2 years, up to 2 years. We usually say that in commercial one go up to 1.5 years, because after that the production is quite slow.
Okay. How many harvests can we take during the life of the plant?
After 8 months, the harvest is quite continuous. So you can take it easily up to 5, 6, 7, depending on the fertilization you give, because it requires like more nutrition for more production.
Okay. And move on to the next question. What are the most popular varieties of papaya in India?
Currently, the most popular one is Red Lady. After that, we can say Iceberg is there. Then Honeydew is there. Then one BNR one is there. Then we can say our one Red Glow is there. Then Pusa. OP varieties are also very popular in the regional market.
Okay. Is papaya extraction popular in India?
Yeah, it depends. Especially it depends on the market linkage you get, because few people know about the papaya extraction part. So we can't.
Okay.
We can say like that.
Okay. The next question is, other than papaya fruit, are there any other valuable part of the plant?
Yeah, the papaya extract is very good, especially for the medicinal use. The papaya extract, we get that the milk we get uh, after plucking, we can see that milk is coming out white.
Yeah.
That is papaya. That is called papaya extract, and it is a very good used for medicine. So it is very useful.
And even the leaf they use, right, for some
Yeah,
additional purpose.
yeah. For traditional medicine, any party.
Okay, fine. The next question is, please tell us about your own academic background, work experience, and interest in papaya.
Yeah. So I have done my agriculture from Allahabad University. My main thesis was on millets, but after joining the company, I saw a whole lot of scope in papaya. Plus, it does not require that much attention, but it requires management, especially if you plan out your management schedule. The papaya is quite an easy crop. It does not require much water also, and for the dry region like us, it is a very profitable crop. That's why my interest came in papaya while working with this company.
Okay. The next question is, what services are offered by Semina Agro in Ranchi?
Our services are mostly market driven programs like papaya cultivation, moringa cultivation is there, then aromatics is there. Papaya, we don't have the buyback policy because it is very popular. It can be sold out very easily. For the moringa aromatic crop, we have the buyback policy. We can help you to plant it and we can directly buy it back from you. We can make an agreement of it. Plus, we give out monitoring services also. Monitoring services are very good, especially when you don't have the experience in farming. We will.
Shalini, are you connected? Are you connected, Ms. Shalini?
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir. She's joining, sir. She's
Okay.
joining.
Sorry, my laptop battery died.
That's okay. That's okay. Can you just finish that last question?
Yeah. So we give out this monitoring policy. Like it is very good for the new farmers, especially when you don't know what the requirement of the crop is. We will assist you in that. We will plan out a schedule for you, and according to it, we will assist you. Plus, we also help to set up school bank, which is very good again,
Okay.
especially for the low income farmers.
Okay. 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 Fine. We have your colleague, Mr. Kumar. Sir, you have anything to say, sir?
No, ma'am. Actually, we all are working together on the papaya, and I was there so that if there are any queries that I could answer on my end. But
Okay.
since she is well versed in this, and so for that only, that the query is not from my side. We are here to
Oh,
respond to the
okay,
query.
okay, fine, sir. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, Ms. Shalini, we have completed the questions. There is one comment from our participants. I will just read out the comment. Thank you for the detailed presentation. It was clear and full of information. Much appreciated. Okay.
Okay,
Uh, Thank you. Okay, we have now completed the round of questions on behalf of agricultureinformation.com. I'd like to thank Ms. Shalini Harsha Horo for the talk and for answering the questions. I'd like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
I can leave, right?
Yes, Ms. Shalini, can you? Thank you.